everybody. This is Doug once again from Marketing Mind Games with question number 3 in our Making Money Online FAQ. Question commonly asked is, where do I find products to sell online? I want to just kind of go back to the very basics. The first place I think you should start. I'm a big proponent of initial successes. I want to see people have some sense that this is possible to do. And the quickest place that I know to do that is actually on eBay. The number one product to sell online is coming up. I'm going to get to that in just a second. But I think initially, think about getting your feet wet. Sign up on eBay. And from there, all you're going to be doing is looking around your house for some simple products to sell. Again, the only motivation behind this right now, this is not where you're going to make your retirement. This is not how you're going to likely pay for your Disneyland trip next year with your 4 kids and your husband and wife or whatever, unless you have some rare antique item sitting around the house. This is not going to be a whole slug of money, but what I'm looking for is the initial success. So get your feet wet, sign up on eBay, and some examples of stuff that you can sell on eBay. Really simply, old books, I put that in there because everybody seems to have old books laying around, magazines, that kind of thing. They do tend to sell. You need to have the right titles, and they can be expensive to ship. Just recently, eBay did change some of their shipping policies on books and magazines and such, and it makes it a little prohibitive. But if you find the right title, especially some of the old out-of-print books, some of the first printings, you know, back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, or maybe even earlier, they can be very lucrative to sell. And they're probably just collecting mildew down in your basement. So have a look at those. DVDs and VHS tapes, you can typically move those fairly well. Sell them in a lot of, say, 3 action movies or 3 Disney movies or something along those lines. That tends to work the best. Fisher-Price toys, they're like Toyota cars. They just never lose their value. There are a lot of Fisher-Price toys that are kicking around. You can find them at garage sales or in your kid's toy box or whatever. Things like Rescue Heroes or the old Fisher-Price Adventures castles, things like that. They're really hold their value well. They tend to be pretty good items. Sporting goods, sporting gear, things like old paintball guns, tennis rackets, you know, stuff like that that may be able to unload for a few bucks there. And action figures, one of my favorites. I love action figures. G.I. Joe is sort of my domain, so it is possible to sell especially some of the vintage G.I. Joe figures, Transformers, that sort of a thing. If you still have a mint on card, you could be in for a treat when you go to sell some of those. So again, this is just some simple stuff around the house. Old clothing, jewelry, some electronics, even old cell phones can tend to go. Just, you have to do a little bit of research, but you have typically a few $100s at least of stuff just laying around the house collecting dust that you could sell on eBay. Now, here's the product that's virtually free to ship, almost 100% return on your investment, completely unique to you. It's in an area that you love. There are other people in the world who love it just as much as you do, and they would love to have the information that you have on this topic, and they're just waiting for you to sell it to them. That number one product is, and I referenced it in our first frequently asked questions video, that number one product is information. That is the number one thing on the internet. And when it comes to eBay or selling things in an online store, I'm sticking with this. Information is the place to be. So if you know how to make Christmas wreaths, if you know how to make quilted photo albums for wedding presents, if you have a knack for fixing things around the house, electrical or plumbing, if you are a green thumb, if you know how to make a herb garden that actually produces, if you are a bird watcher or you feed birds on a regular basis, all of these things are tiny little niches that people will pay for you to share your information with them. You can write an ebook in a few short days, a topic you know and you love. You can sell it online. You can do it on eBay. You ship it out on a CD. As soon as you've got it created, it's there for good. It's inventory that you no longer have to purchase from anybody else. It's ready to go, and you can completely automate the whole thing. This is what we're in the process of doing. Got a couple of products out there already, and I'm telling you right now, it can work. We've got a free 7-day mini course. I know this sounds kind of like an advertisement, but we put together a 7-day course, offering it for free on our website, manystreams1river.com, just to get started, so you can visit our site below. I hope that helps. Really looking forward to seeing you in the next videos coming up. In the meantime, best of luck. Talk to you soon.